You stare at the assignment, the inbox, or the blank document, and make a decision that feels entirely rational. You are going to do it tomorrow. Shoving it aside feels like releasing a pressure valve. By putting the work on pause, you expect your brain to pause too. You anticipate a quiet evening, a chance to recharge, and a fresh start in the morning. But as the animator Skyway captured in a recent video, the reality sounds entirely different. Instead of silence, your internal monologue quickly devolves into a frantic, repetitive loop. Heat, 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 heat. You are sitting perfectly still, doing absolutely nothing, yet you feel like you are sprinting on a treadmill. The leisure time you just bought yourself is suddenly agonizing. The heat is your biological alarm system, locking you into a psychological pressure cooker the moment you choose to delay. To understand why resting feels so exhausting, we have to look at how human memory functions. Your brain sorts information into two strict categories: things you have finished and things you haven't. This is the Zeigarnik effect. When you complete a task, your brain drops it into an archive and forgets about it. But when a task is left unfinished, your brain prioritizes it, actively bouncing it around your neural space so it remains active in your memory. When you tell yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," you are leaving that file wide open. The uncompleted task duplicates and ricochets around your active memory, constantly running in the background. Just like a computer running out of RAM, this background processing requires power. It drains your mental energy while you sit on the couch trying to watch a movie. Avoiding the work does not put it on pause. It converts the job into a heavy biological weight that you carry through every second of your supposed relaxation time. The exhaustion of carrying that cognitive load is only half the problem. That mental loop triggers a physical reaction. This diagram maps the nervous system's response to that load. Deep in the brain, the amygdala, your threat detection center, monitors that constantly bouncing, unfinished task. It misinterprets this unresolved loop as an active physical danger and sends a sharp pulse down to your adrenal glands. Every single time your brain reminds you of the essay you aren't writing, your adrenal glands release a microdose of cortisol and adrenaline into your bloodstream. Pulse, burst, pulse, burst. This is the heat, heat, heat loop in action, a rapid-fire chemical sequence that steadily saturates your nervous system. Those stress hormones increase your heart rate and elevate your blood pressure. Your body is physically preparing to run from a predator that doesn't exist, creating a literal sensation of restlessness and rising temperature. You are burning massive amounts of biological fuel to sustain a state of panic, all while accomplishing zero actual work. Procrastination is a failure of emotional regulation, driven by that internal heat loop. Because your nervous system is overwhelmed by the physical heat of those cortisol spikes, your brain desperately hunts for immediate, short-term mood repair. This flowchart illustrates the feedback loop. To escape the heat, your brain scrolls social media or finds a distraction. But this only delays the task further, which increases the cognitive load, which triggers more cortisol, spinning the cycle faster. Waiting to feel motivated is a biological trap. The very act of avoiding the work is the fuel keeping the panic alive. The work itself serves as the biological mechanism that extinguishes the heat. When you commit to just 5 minutes of a dreaded task, you force your brain to recategorize it. It shifts from uncompleted and pending to active and in progress, interrupting the Zeigarnik effect. That active engagement signals the amygdala that the threat is being handled, which halts the release of cortisol. Taking immediate micro-action is the only way to puncture the biological pressure valve, clear your active memory, and finally cool down.